We might have 1 year of going up and then it's time to take some profits. So I already want to discuss that because by the time we should take profits, a lot of people will talk about it, right? But what good is it if everybody is already doing that before you do? You want to be rather the first than the last. In this video, I would like to discuss my strategy. Now, don't get me wrong. The fun is yet to begin, in my opinion. I mean, Bitcoin is sitting towards the all-time highs, not really breaking it yet. Yes, it made a new all-time high, but it's not really pushing through yet. And that's usually not the best place to sell, if we look at history at least, right? If we do look at history, this was the old all-time high. We were breaking it over here, right? Was that a better place to buy or to sell? Well, from that point, Bitcoin did another 3.5x, right? If we look at the time before that, when was the all-time high broken? Well, that happened over here. And what Bitcoin did after that all-time high, it did another 15x. Right now, I'm not saying we will get a 15x from here, but I'm also not saying that this is it, right? That there's a big gap between that. So overall, if history is an indication, then this was a better place to buy than to sell. I mean, we finally just broke out, actually, here as well. We broke out, right? If you look at this as a range, right, then we broke out of the range, right? And of course, then this area here is a better time to sell. And we will talk by then about what my indicators are, because the best thing I can say to sell is time, right? We spoke about that before. Look at the market cycle and sell based on that, not necessarily price. Because you can say like, yeah, I'm going to sell Bitcoin at 100K. What if it goes to 500, right? What if it goes to 100K next week? Well, we know we have like more than a year bull market in front of us. Well, no, that's at least very likely. So yeah, is that the best thing? I don't know about that, but we still have a fun time coming. Same with the altcoin market, at least, you know, even better probably, because the altcoin market did not break all-time highs yet, right? We are far from it. Like I said in the last video, we still have to go up by 52%, give or take, for altcoins to make a new all-time high. Now, it doesn't mean you shouldn't ladder out on altcoins already. I don't want to be like, oh, I made this call, but fucking made this call, bro. Delicium, it is doing absolutely fantastic, right? And the ones that are in Delicium right now, for example, or running a node or whatever, congratulations. Take your profits. Really, take your profits. I'm getting a passive income with this now. I'm running these nodes. So I'm getting tokens every day. And I'm selling them every day. No, like, I'm not saying I don't love Delicium. I love Delicium. And I think that with the whole AI narrative and what they are building, and also with their game on the Epic Game Store, is it 10x possible from here? Maybe, right? But I just made it 40x. Why am I not selling? Or why would I sell? Right? So why would I not sell? Goddamn, give me my coffee. Thanks, man. All right. So, of course, I'm taking my profits right here. Now, it depends a little bit on your goals as well, right? There is no standard rule for, hey, you should sell now, you should buy now. It depends on your goals. If your goal, if you are in crypto and you are in crypto with like $100,000 and you feel like $1 million is going to change your life, you only need to do a 10x. Most people are already almost sitting there. I'm already sitting there, right? So a 10x is doable. But if you are in crypto and you're coming in with like $5,000 and you make a 10x, hey, it's some good money. I'm not going to complain. Like if I have $5,000 and I turn it into 50K, I'm happy. But it's not life-changing. So you want to make sure that you adjust your goals also based on the risk you are willing to take. Right now, me personally, I need a 5x from here to change my life completely around, completely change my life for the better. A 5x is very doable. So I am, for example, not gonna write this whole thing out to make a 10x or whatsoever and then start selling. Because what if it does this, right? Then I will never get to my 10x, and I never took profits here and here. And by the time you realize that it's an actual downtrend, you maybe start to take some profits here. Maybe, if you're lucky, right? Worst case, you feel like, let's buy the dip, right? Like a lot of people did in the last bear market. They were calling for the bottom so many times and they bought all the dips. And therefore, a lot of people are now not sitting at that 10x yet, because their average entry was, well, basically the same level as where we are sitting right now. Or people bought too late. Right? And even if you bought too late, even if you missed this area right here, I started really, like I bought here. I bought a lot in October, but I started to buy a lot in this run-up, right? Because the trend was changed for me, right? Like we made a higher low and we started to make a higher high as well. And that was for me the signal, like, okay, cool, bear market over, we can buy, right? So yeah, did you miss out on the bottom? Fuck that. Fuck the bottom. It doesn't matter, right? If you try to, time the bottom, you will get wrecked. But also, don't try to time the top, right? Because we do not know where the top is going to be. You can better ask yourself, when is the top going to occur, right? And even that's hard to answer. Also, nobody knows that. But it's easier to guess that than the price. So if you look at a handful of altcoins, what I am doing, and that's just my strategy, but you have to do the calculation for yourself, okay? And I will show it later on in a complete sheet exactly. But let's say Focal Forge, your average entry is $4, right? So let's say you've bought at $4. Nice. What you can do, if you don't want to take too much risk in this market and you want to make sure that you make money, then what you can do is say, like, it rides up all the way to $8. I'm sitting at a 2x. I'm selling my initial right here. Now you're in for free. Can't go wrong anymore. You can't lose. Okay, it's impossible to lose now. Yeah, and if you didn't do it and it went up even more, then you made more. But then still you are in the risk, right? And again, this is for the people that don't want to take too much risk. So you can sell it, your initial at least, right? And you are in for free. You have a free bag. Now what you can do, these are two options, right? Either it goes down and you'd be like, nice, I put my initial back in, now I have a double bag. Or it goes up and you also be like, nice, because I'm riding a free bag up to the moon. Then what you can do is say, like, you know what, with every certain amounts of percentages that it gains, I'm going to take a certain amount of percentages off the table again. So for example, every 50%, you take 50% or 20 or whatever it is, right? But you take some money off the table. In that case, yeah, you will never ride, like, even if it goes from $4 to $40, you will never get the 10x out of this one. But you are guaranteed to make gains. I mean, if it does this, somewhere like this, you don't want to go for this. Make sure that your initial is safe and then ride it up. Sell a little bit, 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 sell a little bit. You have a great average. Your average will be somewhere around here. Instead of someone who's trying to time the top, like I said, they usually ride it to the top. They ride it down and then they feel like, oh, fuck, that was the top. Panic sell, right? Or here maybe. Or, like I said, worse, buy the dip. We'll go back up, buy the dip. And they are going to wreck themselves. Well, your average entry, pretty decent, right? For the $30, whatever it might be, is decent. Yes, you could have got more out of it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Because you can always roll that, profit back into new stuff. Okay, it's not like, and it is a fact that if this, if for example, Volker Forge makes this move that we just drawn out, like time wise, it shouldn't like, well, might make sense by the way. No, not really. But if it does make this move, then probably other coins doing that as well, right? Because Volker Forge is not going up because Volker Forge is going up or whatever for coin. It's usually because of the market. The market is bullish. So most other projects will go up as well. Right? That's just what it is. So of course you can sell right here and feel like, oh, let me put it in Ronin. No, wait, Ronin is also sitting at an all-time high, right? But therefore you can take a look at newer projects, at IDOs, ICOs, at whatever. Or look, like I said, projects that just came out on the market. Now that's a little bit more dangerous, of course, way more speculative. But hey, they don't at least have like dumpers yet. So you could be the first one to dump. That's what you want. You don't want to be the guy or woman, whatever, that's in the market and was like, rode it all the way up and rode it all the way down again. Then what good is this bull market in the first place, right? Then it means nothing. This bull market feels very good for a lot of people because they are making money. But that's one. You have so many steps in crypto, right? One actually is preparing to make money. Two, making that money. But three is actually cashing in the money. Make it hard money, put it on your bank account, leave it out of crypto, right? Make sure that you lock it. And then actually step 4, prepare to not lose money, right? Because we will get a bear market again. And you don't want to be there when it happens. Very simple. At least you do not want to have your money in the market then. So, you know, a lot of times, like Ronin, for example, I think Ronin is going to do well, but I just sold a bit. Just because I already made money. I bought it here, right? And it did fantastic. Yeah. Like, if I'm not going to sell now, then when, right? At least take something off of the table and then put it into something else maybe. Superverse, same story. I bought it at 9 cents. Here. Sitting at 150. Could it go to $10? Hey, I don't know, man. Crypto is crypto. It could, definitely. But I'm not going to wait for it. I'm not going to wait for it. Therefore, I said a while ago as well, like, you will probably never get 100x. Why? Well, if you buy a coin at, let's say, 1 cent, and it goes all the way up to 50 cents, right? You might be like, oh, I made a 50x. I have a 2x more to go. And, you know, then I am at 100x. But what if it goes to 90? It goes all the way down again. You made a 90x and you didn't cash anything just because you thought you were going to 100. So trying to aim for 100x is extreme greed, actually. You don't want to do that. Take some profit off the table. It's way more realistic to make 100x by making a 10x there, putting that money into something else and make a 10x there. 10x's happen all the time, right? The chances are higher that you make a 10x twice than a 1x once, then a 100x once. So taking profit is key. But apart from, you know, taking your initial out and taking slowly things off of the table, what's the timeline? What can we maybe expect? Right? Because there's a lot of buying pressure. There's not enough Bitcoin. There's not an alt season yet. We haven't seen it yet. So what can we expect? Well, that's what I spoke about a couple of times. And what usually happens so far, and that's not a guarantee, okay, that it's going to happen right now as well, but it's everything we have, is once Bitcoin really breaks its all-time high, that's where altcoins are starting to fly. But Bitcoin is not like, I know the headlines, like Bitcoin made a new all-time high, yes, but it's not breaking it, right? You can see very clearly, so far it's a perfect double top. If it gets rejected right here, I'll be like, Makes sense, right? On the other hand, you know, didn't get rejected right here as well. And it didn't get rejected right here as well, right? Very shortly. This took a couple of months. This took like 2 weeks. But it was a battle. But after it broke, you see many green candles. Because there's no price history. There's no, like, it's in discovery right there. Same over here. When it broke, many green candles. Bitcoin doubled, basically. More than doubled. In a matter of like 4 weeks. So once we really break it, hey, maybe we will see 100K very fast. Very fast. Right? So I'll be careful with shorting right now. Somebody asked me, by the way, I opened a short around 52 something. I don't know. Someone asked me like, how's the short going? I closed it. Little loss. Fuck it. Like sometimes you have to take a loss to prevent a bigger one, right? So, but that's the risk of shorting in the bull market, right? I was like, okay, there could be a good rejection. We got a little one. I didn't take my profits right there. Stupid, right? But my spot bags made up for it. So big time. So I honestly rather saw it go up than down anyway. But the thing is that once Bitcoin breaks it, we can go very fast to 100K. And that's good news for altcoins, because that's usually when altcoins also make a new all-time high. What I do want to say is sometimes it feels weird to take profits in a market that is going up. But it's better to sell everything and, you know, save what's left in a market that's going down. Also, if I look at this chart, right, this is the altcoin market. From the bottom until where we are right now, did a 4.5x. Basically not a big correction found, right? Only this one right here, 23%. That's the only one. I will be completely in shock if we will not see at least 3 of those more in this coming bull market. And also bigger ones, because the usual corrections are like 30, 40. For the altcoin market, 50% during a bull market. Half of your portfolio gets wiped out. It's just what it is. You don't want to be all in when that happens. You want to buy those dips. Okay? So I'm taking my profits a little bit on some coins right here. If it goes up further, I'm fine. I have a lot of bags yet left. But if I don't take my profits and it goes all the way down, also it's good because I know I'm in it for the long term. But still, it sucks to see. Believe me, it sucks. It sucks, right? You have your money in and your bag goes down. It's better to see it go down and you be like, hey, nice. I put a $1,000 extra into this coin or whatever and then go up again. It's also way easier to get a 10x. You're trading it a little bit, right? You're trading it a little bit. Because you can, of course, buy right here and you're now sitting at a 4x, 5x maybe, right? But if you sell a little bit and it goes down, you take some profits, goes up again, sell a little bit, goes down, you know, buying it a little bit in again, then you can already be sitting at a, you know, 8x right here. When you started with the same amount of money at the same place. That feels good. Like this coin here, right? This is now really my strategy, especially with the low caps, right? This coin, I got it vested, therefore you see a lot of zeros because I participated in the pre-sale. But I also bought this coin at 2.5 cents and 3.2 cents. Then I saw it sitting at 10 cents. So I sold half of what I had. Then it went up to 17 cents. So I sold another, again, half of what I had, right? If I sold everything right here, then the 17 cents was painful. I will be like, oh shit, I could have gotten a lot more. So therefore, you sell little by little by little. Now I'm in the perfect position again, because this coin, I've put in like $700. I have 7K profit, right? Also because I got a lot of extra coins, but made good profit, right? Now I feel like, hey, You know, gaming coin, AI coin, micro cap. Could it do a 20x from here? Yeah, good, right? So does it suck if I sold it for this price? Yeah, of course. But therefore, I'm leaving it back, right? I'm leaving. I have like $2,300 in this project. And if it does 20x from here, that's some good money. If it goes lower than here, I still like the project. It's still the same project. Still AI, it's still gaming. It's even more low cap. Nice. I have some fuckload of free money that I can buy this thing with. As long as it's below 10 cents, I'm a buy. Right? We're now sitting at 15. You know, getting there. It went crazy. Right? If you look at this chart, it went all the way to 21 cents, give or take. And of course, it has a huge dip back to 10 cents. That's with these low caps as well. Like you see right here, they take more than 50% corrections. Just because there's not a lot of liquidity. So they go up very hard, but they go down very hard as well. Therefore, you want to make sure that your bags are free. Right now, if you are willing to take a lot of risk in crypto and you don't somehow mind losing it, yeah, then it's a different story. Because then it's basically a lot easier. Buy the coins, right? Or if you already have them, track them on whatever, CoinGecko, Delta, like CoinMarketCap, and delete the app for a year. And then look back. You will probably end up very well, right? Are there some coins that you look at by then and be like, oh, I wish I took profits? Probably. But overall, you don't get dragged into the momentum, into the, you know, in the fear, in the greed, in the euphoria, and the whatever. You just, you know, buy it. Don't look back for a year. Get a life. You know, that's what a lot of people in crypto can learn, including myself. And then you're probably fine, right? And then time is more important. So then you want to look at like, yeah, how long do I want to put it all away? Well, yeah, if anything, like look at the 4-year cycle, right? That's the best indicator we have. That's most intact of all, right? So be like, okay, you know what? End is or the top is probably end of 2025. Let's play it a little safe. Let's put a timer in a year from now, right? March 2025. Let's look at the portfolio by then. There's a very good chance that you have big profits then. So I want to leave it here. This is enough for today. It's Saturday. Enjoy your day. I just wanted to make you aware of the fact that you can also lose your money again. And yes, we are in a very bullish market right now. You should not even take profits. If you don't want to lose, you know, check this out and apply it a little bit for yourself. It will really help you also to get your emotions under control, because believe me, a bull market is way harder and way more stressful than a bear market. If you want to trade these coins, there's a Bybit link down below. Also check out the Patreon for exclusive sales, influencer wallet trackers, one-on-one calls, etc. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.